just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the line. I'll take it to the edge for a ride and live the thousand lives. Or maybe I could be the one riding to the setting sun tonight.
Hey guys, it's Brett Keenan here from TKA Broadcasting, bringing you a different video than usual. I thought today, with a week to go before the release of F1 2016, I'd give you a quick 5-lap race around the Austria ring in Styria, Austria, using the GoPro as a Facecam to see how it goes. Now, I did a recording of this prior live, but unfortunately the quality was quite bad because of having the window open, because I wanted to have a bit of lighting in the room. So instead I'm going to do a recording for after the video to watch the race and pretty much show you what went on. So we're just sitting on the grid here waiting for the start of the Grand Prix. We had actually run up a setup that I'd used for the Ferrari in career mode when I played as Sebastian Vettel, and currently we're just about to now open up the menu and go to that setup. So we've just unlocked that setup and I think we're about to get going. So it's a 5-lap race in the McLaren Honda around the Austria ring. We started 18th, which was pretty bad qualifying, I would have to say, but of course it's realistic qualifying. So we're about to get underway, revs are up, 5 red lights, and we're about to get underway for the Austria Grand Prix, and we are off, and it's a really good start from us. We are able to get off the line really well, and Alonso is pretty much trying to tuck into position. We do a late diving move into Castrol Edge and get into contact with Romain Grosjean a little bit, push him wide, but use the momentum to get him up alongside, and of course then he tries to cut us off, heading up to 8th gear, coming up to turn 2, and again a really late reaction from me and hard on the brakes, and actually managed to pull it off, just getting alongside Ricciardo there. So yeah, it was a bit of an interesting concept into turn 1. Turn 2 I really flipped out. There was Hulkenberg then trying to have a go at the inside of us, or around the outside, sorry. So we covered on the inside, which protected the line, and we consolidated 11th position. So we started 18th and we're already up to 11th, so that's pretty good for us. Austria is one of my favourite tracks, so I am really good at it. Got a bit wide into Roush, heading into Earth Curve, my favourite corner in the F1 calendar, which comprises of turn 5 and turn 6. Got a bit in the grass in the process, so we're just heading down towards the last 2 turns, Rint and Red Bull Mobile. Hulkenberg having another look up the inside of us there. We shut the door a little bit, heading into the last turn. Really consistent on the, really off the pace at the start, but I just really wanted to consolidate position as much as I can, because we know we're not the fastest car in the 2015 game. So got a really good entry into turn 1, which really made a good exit, which gave us a lot more chance to strike at Ricciardo, who had Maldonado to contend with, and then now you can see Ricciardo making a move up the inside. We decided to go with him, lock the brakes, got a bit greedy on turn 2, but it paid off because it allowed us to slip past Maldonado, and then we got the slipstream on Ricciardo, which ultimately gave us an incentive. And then of course, as usual, you dive bomb them. Didn't quite pull off, got a bit into contact with them and managed to pull it off. So as you can see, we got past Ricciardo and now we're in P9, lap 2 of 5. So we're doing pretty well for ourselves in a very underpowered car, but I'd say that the setup really played a part in it. So that really played it out as well. So back through Ruth Curve again for the second time. Just got to really look after the tyres. I mean, it's a 5-lap race, but I mean, let's face it, tyre wear in this game wasn't exactly the greatest. So heading into the last 2 turns again, Rosberg doing the fastest lap of 1:10.287. Now you can see there that Ricciardo is having a look at us. He goes up the inside. We ultimately give him the space. He kind of bobbles a little bit trying to figure out what he wanted to do there, and ultimately lost a lot of time. So that gave us a lot of breathing space heading into turn 2, and of course we've still got that air gap to Max Verstappen. Of course we did a 1:11.3, so we're like a whole second off the pace from Rosberg, so that's really bad. But I mean, in 2016 hopefully that's going to be a bit different. So going down the third straight, of the track, 7th gear, coming up to 8th into Schlossgold, turn 4, turn 3, actually. Where am I? I can't remember my own numbers. And I did a track map of this long ago, so yep, so here's turn 4, correction, turn 4, and then turn 5 and 6. So as you can see, Hulkenberg has now made a move on Ricciardo and made it stick with P10, and then he is chasing us down for P9. By this point we see, wait, is it here? No, actually it's not. So on the next lap you'll see a bit of fun there. So Hamilton now does the fastest lap of 1:10.2, and you can see we've got a bit of an air gap at the end. And we do a 1:11.2, so we've gone a tenth faster into sector, throughout one of the sectors to make up a tenth on our time. And as you can see, I go horrendously wide into turn 1. So Charlie Whiting obviously thought I was trying to make a new track as part of the Austria ring, so he didn't approve of that too much. And it did actually make us go faster into sector 1. So I kind of thought at the time I didn't gain an advantage from it too much, so obviously I did, going by the sector split. So as you can see, there's Hulkenberg trying to get into some clean air, you know, the dirty air effect, and he throws it up the inside. We give him the room, but he doesn't quite pull it off, so we get the advantage going into there. And I can tell you, this was where sweat mode was really activating for us. So we knew that the pace was starting to fall away, the tyres were starting to give up on us. Through here, okay, so we go slower into sector 2, but you know, I felt really content with this. I was holding off we're using Button's car, but as you can see, here we go, Hulkenberg going up the inside of us. We ultimately give him the position, but then we think, oh no, let's just hang it around the outside and take that position back. In the process, we get the DRS. Raikkonen does the fastest lap. I actually didn't get time to see what it was, doesn't matter. So here comes the part that really threw me off guard. I could not believe this. As I say, this is a broadcast after the race. The live one was just too bad a quality to play out. So here's where it gets dicey. So as you can see, there's Hulkenberg, bang! And there we go. Our car is going nuts. Contact everywhere. Cars are going everywhere. And there's signs off in the distance. So as you can see now, this is the point where I show off a replay to show you what happens. So let's have a look at it perspective. So we stop the camera here, get rid of the HUD and slow it down. So as you can see, Hulkenberg is right behind us, pretty much trying to get past. We keep to the inside line to try and make sure he doesn't try to get the pass, but he brings it into the outside, as close to the grass as you possibly can. You can see by here, the car is starting to slowly slip itself out of control. So he's given us a really good hit. I would imagine it's because of the speed difference, and he's ultimately pushed us into the wall. So you can see the car now just slowly losing itself, and then crunch into the barrier. There goes the front wing. Now watch this, this is amazing. Ricciardo just misses the back of the car as it spins out of control. And then you can see we crash into the 150. No, we miss 150 board. Whoa, that's lucky. Now here's Grosjean. Well, it's Grosjean and Maldonado. I'm pretty sure it's Grosjean. Bang! Rear tyre into the side. And then of course Sainz, the innocent bystander in all of this, and gets collected as a result. Loses control of the back of his car and pretty much slides out of control because of the speed differential from the contact in our car. And you can just see him spearing off into the turn 2 exit road, and we just crash into another sign just for the sheer sake of it and carry on our merry little way. So as you can see now we're back to the live broadcast, and we're now in combat with Will Stevens in the manor. So you can see we've gone from P9 to P17, pretty much one position back from where we started. So, but as you can see, even with no front wing, our straight line speed is off the charts. But as you can see, as we get to turn 3, no downforce whatsoever. Can't make the turn, and then these two get into combat. So come up to turn 4, hard on the brakes, and still no steering. And then there's Alonso, still don't know why the hell he was so far back behind the manners. And going to the left curve, and yeah, we don't do too bad into turn 5, but then turn 6, yep, absolutely nothing to give there. Off to the grass. Lewis Hamilton wins the race, no surprise there. Last two turns, can't even turn, pretty much nearly go straight. We decide to be gentlemanly and let Fernando Alonso take 18th. So we end up finishing a position down from where we started. Very disappointing, but what the hell? It's excitement like that you don't very see often in many broadcasts, and most people don't generally like to show those kind of videos, but I thought I might as well because it looked fun and it was pretty funny to watch actually in the whole process. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Keep in touch with TKA Broadcasting, like and subscribe the channel, keep it real, and tune in for next week when we get to pre-season testing and the McLaren Honda for F1 2016. Peace out, guys.